Daniel Ellsberg, you know, he was the guy who got the Pentagon Papers that credited with ending the Vietnam War. And of course, they tried to prosecute him just like they're trying to prosecute Julian Assange. So here's what he said recently about this. This is very interesting. It has to do with Julian.
Let me tell you a secret. I had possession of all the Chelsea Manning information before it came out in the press.
Did you?
Julian, I never said that publicly. Julian Assange had conveyed to me as a backup in case his was, they caught him and they got everything. He could rely on me to find some way to get it out if I felt. So I had all that, and when I say that, I'm saying that by the current standing of the Department of Justice, I am now as indictable as Julian Assange and as everyone who put that information out. The papers, everybody who handled it. Yes, I had copies of it, and I did not give them to an authorized person. So if they want to indict me for that, I will be interested to argue that one in the courts, whether that law is constitutional. The Supreme Court has never held that using the Espionage Act as if it were a British Official Secrets Act, which I would clearly have violated, but if that, using the Espionage Act as if it were an Official Secrets Act, which has never been passed by our Congress, that would be criminal. They've never ruled on that. I'd be happy to take that one to the Supreme Court.
What you've just done to me, Daniel Ellsberg, by
you're also
telling me that secret.
Sorry.
You've actually said something really interesting, because what you seem to be saying is you wouldn't mind. In fact, you would almost invite the US government to challenge you once again in the courts, because you think that the Espionage Act not just
is unconstitutional. Used against whistleblowers is unconstitutional. It's a clear violation of the First Amendment.
I'm going to guess they're not going to prosecute Daniel Ellsberg because they would lose that case probably. And just like they lost,
can't be in a real court.
Just like when Chris Hedges sued against the NDAA Act, which got rid of in 2011, Barack Obama signed the NDAA, which Section 1021 repealed habeas corpus. They repealed habeas corpus, so now the government can lock you up in jail without charging you with a crime indefinitely. It's called indefinite detention. So Chris Hedges sued. And just when he was about to win that case, they threw it out because they said he didn't have standing. Not that he wasn't correct or that he wouldn't win, but that he didn't have the standing to bring this idea. It doesn't make sense. It's just another way for the establishment to screw you out of using the Constitution the way it's supposed to be used. Here's what Daniel Ellsberg tweeted out. To the President of the United States and the Justice Department, stop the extradition of Assange. I am as indictable as he is on this exact same charge. I will plead not guilty on the grounds of your blatantly unconstitutional use of the Espionage Act. Let's take this to the Supreme Court. I would love to see that happen. You're the people running your government, the people at the FBI and the people in the CIA, they are criminals. You know, when you watch the Sopranos, that's who they are if they were the FBI. That's who they are. They don't speak with accents like that, but that's how they think. They all think like that. Might makes right, and we get to do whatever we want. And they're operating at the behest of capitalists. Read the book Confessions of an Economic Hitman. That's who they're working for. You think Joe Biden is working for you? You think that's why he crushed the railroad workers' strike? He's working for the oligarchy. We live in an oligarchy. This is not a democracy. January 6th is fucking bullshit. Do not be distracted by people saying a bunch of yahoos in pajama bottoms tried to overthrow our fucking government without guns or a plan.
Jimmy, you remember the Olympic team that Larry Nassar was molesting? And the two FBI agents, because they were about to get new jobs, didn't bother with it, didn't want to rock the boat because it's like that craven careerism thing. It really is the top. I want you to interview with a former agent, and I can't remember what the guy asked me. It was pointed about the FBI. He goes, no, the guys working on the ground are all solid, but the heads of it are all lawyers. These are all people that get a law degree, like your Obama's up, and they're not lawyers. they learned how to use the law to get around it, to get more and more powerful. That's what their jobs are. It's always, like the guy that they found at Twitter. They're always a lawyer, but they've got that kind of, and you see what they do in a tech company. What do you think they do with the full might of the government behind them?
That's right. Hey, we're doing live stand-up comedy in Los Angeles, December 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th. And we're going to be in Tempe, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, Nashville. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets. See you there.